it's time for Christmas, and Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true. That's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls. I've been kind to big and small, and now it's time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and thank you guys so much for joining me for today's cozy night in. So on this particular week, which is the week right before Christmas, Jonathan and I actually ended up coming up with a cold. First, Jonathan was hit with it, and then obviously I was hit with it right after. So on this particular night, we were just really feeling it, especially me. I was really starting to feel it come on. So I had originally planned to film a cozy drink video recipe for you guys, but instead we're just doing all the cozy things in today's video, all the things that just bring me a lot of comfort, especially for days like this where we're just feeling under the weather, we're not feeling good. And I hope it brings you guys some cozy feelings and obviously just some recipe ideas. So I am starting off by making some chicken noodle soup, and real quick, I apologize about my voice. This is obviously the week that I'm sick, so I'm still battling this cold, so my voice is a little bit off. But like I said, we are starting with the chicken noodle soup, and I am starting off by just chopping up my yellow onion, my celery, and my carrots. I will go ahead and leave all the measurements down below in the description box, but yeah, I'm just gonna get this chopped off really quick and then we'll move on to the next step.
Wishes are coming true, that's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls, I've been kind to big and small, and now it's time to have a merry holiday.
Okay, now to your pot, you're gonna add a little bit of oil, and then you're gonna add 2 cloves of garlic. I only had minced garlic on hand, so I added about 2 teaspoons of it. You can kind of eye it, to be completely honest. And then you're also gonna add your yellow onion, and you're just gonna stir this until it becomes aromatic or the onion becomes a little bit browned. And once that is accomplished, you can then add your celery and your carrots, and then again you're gonna mix that all up and then add your spices.
It's Christmas Eve, and I've still got nothing for you. I'm out on a last minute spree, hoping to find that.
Okay friends, so now time for spices. You are going to use oregano, parsley, and thyme, and I used about a teaspoon of each one of these, and then of course I added salt and pepper to taste.
I've been out running all day, nothing catches my eye. What do you get for someone who has it all? I've been to
I went ahead and cooked some chicken breast in my Instapot, and then I just shredded it, which is what I'm adding to my pot right now. I'm going to mix all of this together, and then I will also be adding the juice of 1 lemon. This is definitely what makes it for me. I absolutely love lemon in my chicken noodle soup. You guys will actually see that I actually serve it with a wedge of lemon once we're ready to eat, just because I really enjoy that taste. I don't know if it's just very soothing for my throat or what, but it definitely does something to the flavor, and I can tell when I don't have it in the soup. So just adding that lemon in and then mixing it all together.
'Cause here it is, your Christmas.
Next up, you're gonna go ahead and add your chicken broth. So I just get the Great Value brand and I am adding it to my little mixture that we have going on, and then I'm gonna let this come to a boil. While I'm waiting for this to come to a boil, I thought it'd be a good time to get started on the cookies, so that is what we're gonna do. But yeah, just mix it all together, add some bay leaves as a last touch, and then yeah, just let it come to a boil while we continue with the cookies. Okay, now for the cookies, I believe these are called peanut butter blossoms. This is actually the first time I am making them, but the recipe seemed fairly easy. Again, I will link the ingredients and measurements down below in the description box, but I'm just starting off by mixing all of the dry ingredients before adding the wet ingredients and then mixing those together. But what we're basically doing is we're just making the dough for now, and then it does have to chill for at least an hour, so I will place it in the fridge while we go ahead and finish up the chicken noodle soup and have dinner, and then we'll come back to the cookies in just a bit.
All I've got to give for Christmas.
So as I mentioned, this dough has to sit in the fridge for at least an hour. So I'm just going to go ahead and gather the dough up and then just roll it in some cling wrap paper or plastic and place it in the fridge while we continue with the chicken noodle soup.
Your Christmas kiss. All I've got for Christmas is this. A Christmas kiss. So close your eyes and pucker your lips, 'cause here it is.
Okay, so once this has reached a boil, I will then go ahead and add my egg noodles. I just get this Great Value brand and I use about half of the bag. You can definitely eye this depending on how much noodles to chicken you want. So I used about half the bag, and then you're just gonna let this cook for another 10 minutes or until your egg noodles are fully cooked through, and then you can go ahead and serve it. Like I said, I love serving it with a wedge of lemon, so that is what I did, and then I sat down for a few minutes to just have dinner with Jonathan. On this particular night, we are having dinner in the living room while watching one of our favorite shows, which is Vikings on Hulu. So that is what we're doing, and it was very cozy and it was exactly what we needed. So after dinner, then we moved back to the cookies.
To keep me warm on Christmas Eve. I've been longing, been so lonely, wishing you could hold me now. I've been trying, I'm in denial that I am gonna be alright, but under the stars I close my eyes and think of you. Although you're far away, we're under the same stars, always, always.
Okay, so once the dough had chilled for an hour in the fridge, I went ahead and pulled it out, and then I am just forming about 1-inch balls with the dough and rolling those inside of some sugar and then placing it on my parchment paper, which I will then later put on a baking sheet. So that is what I'm doing. I had enough to make about 21 cookies with this recipe, so give or take, it'll be about 18 to 20 cookies in my opinion. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish these up before placing them in the oven at 350 degrees for 7 to 8 minutes. Definitely just keep an eye on them. You just want them to kind of be a little bit golden, but not too much. You guys will see what they look like in just a minute when I pull them out. But yeah, they're just going in the oven for about 8 minutes, and then I'll pull them out in just a bit.
Always, always, ooh. But
Okay, so once you pull them out, you kind of want to work quickly without burning yourself, but you are just going to add a Hershey's Kiss in the middle. So I only found the Hershey Kisses that have an almond inside of them, but it was actually really good, and I think the almond was a nice little touch. So I'm just adding that to the middle of the cookie, pressing it down, and then I'm placing these back in the oven for 2 additional minutes before pulling them back out and letting them cool completely.
I feel sad, I can't help it. Got you on my mind. I don't know how to cope this, because it's Christmas time and I need you around, darling. So come.
So while our cookies are cooling off, I'm getting started on some Atole. This is my absolute favorite cozy drink during this season, and my mom usually makes this for me whenever I want it. I just call her up and ask her if she can make some, but I asked her for the recipe so I can go ahead and make it at home tonight because I was just craving it. I really just wanted that homey, cozy feeling that it gives me. So starting off with 2 cups of water, 3 cinnamon sticks, about 5 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 can of evaporated milk. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this together and bring it to a boil, but we will move on to the next step right before it completely boils. While it is heating up, in a cup I added some milk, so I'm using 1 cup of milk, and then you're gonna use this rice flour. So I get mine from Walmart in the Hispanic aisle, and I'm using about 4 tablespoons of this, adding it to my cup of milk and just making sure this is very well integrated. So just mix until you can no longer like tell there's powder chunks in there. So that is what I'm gonna do, and like I said, right before the mixture in the pot comes to a complete boil, that is when I'm gonna add this one that I'm have in the cup right now. So here we are, just adding it to our pot, and then you're just gonna consistently stir this until again it comes right at a boil, and you're gonna turn it off because you don't want your milk to like overflow the pot. So that is what I'm doing. Don't keep your eyes off of it. Milk boils over when you stop watching it, so just keep an eye on it and consistently stir. But that is it. This is so yummy. It is definitely a cozy treat that is not super sweet, but it has a very nice thick consistency and just a nice like neutral flavor. I don't know how to explain it, but if you've had atole before, you know exactly what I mean. It is delicious. Absolutely love it. So again, all the measurements will be down below in the description box, but I went ahead and served Jonathan and I some, as well as some cookies. We went ahead and enjoyed these, and of course I have a quick taste test from Jonathan, but right after we finished, we did go ahead and start wrapping some Christmas gifts. But here comes the taste test. Okay friends, a quick taste test before my camera dies. So you want to go ahead and taste the cookie?
Yes. Can I do the trick?
Whatever you want.
Okay, no, I won't do it.
He held them up to his nipples. Is that good?
Yep.
What's your rating?
Give it 10 out of 10 nipple. I mean, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out of 10 Johnny.
Nice. Taste that tolito then. Oh my god.
Of course, you can see a clear portrait on the cup.
Made just for you.
Ah, it's wet.
Can't keep the camera straight.
It was good, babe.
It's good.
It's all good.
But what's your rating?
It's all 10 out of 10 Johnnies. 10 out of 10 Johnnies, guys. Okay. My voice is gone, but...
Alright, we're gonna enjoy these, and then we have presents to wrap.
I can't wait to hold you We'll be sitting by the fire.
Alrighty friends, so after we enjoyed our super yummy nipple cookies, just kidding, after we enjoyed our peanut butter blossoms and our atole, we went ahead and got started on gift wrapping. So these were the final gifts that we had left. We had already wrapped all the other gifts. Actually, Jonathan had already wrapped all the other gifts. He loves wrapping gifts and he just likes seeing them underneath the Christmas tree, so he got started on them a few days prior and he did such a good job. You guys know that he recently broke his wrist and it was a really bad break, but he's doing so well with his recovery, especially after surgery. And as you guys can see, he's wrapping like a pro. Like, he is just so good at it. So this year he basically wrapped all the presents and I just did all the fancy bows on them, with the exception of a few of the ones that I wrapped. But yeah, I just had to give him props because he did such an amazing job, and I feel like every year he's gotten better at wrapping. It used to be where I was the better wrapper, but now honestly you can't really tell if it's a gift he wrapped or if it's a gift I wrapped, so props to him. But anyways, we are just finishing off our cozy afternoon with this wrapping, and then we're just gonna continue enjoying our show. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I apologize about my voice. I really am hoping to get over this cold by tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. It is the day we celebrate Christmas. So yes, crossing my fingers. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I think this will be my last video for the year as we are traveling to Mexico on Christmas Day, so I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get another video up. But just know from the bottom of my heart that I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for your support and your love and your sweet and encouraging comments every single video. And yeah, just thank you so much. I really hope you have a blessed holiday with your family and your loved ones, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Yes, I'm coming home to you. Oh, how much I missed you. Wanna spend this day with you. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Ooh. I can't wait.